Hi, I'm Helen Fox, the owner of Fox Tutoring and lead tutor. I'm going to take you through the difference between analytical writing, argumentative and persuasive writing, and narrative writing. This is perfect for you if you are an 8th, 9th grade student acclimating to high school assignments. Or if you're a high school student who's still trying to figure out different assignments that your teacher might be assigning you. So let's get started with the first type, analytical writing. Analytical writing is writing that is about fictional texts, so fiction and literature. So in analytical writing, you can ask, is a text involved? The answer is always going to be yes. So the kind of text is going to be fiction or literature, Macbeth, The Inspector Calls, Animal Farm, those kind of texts, poems, short stories. So our main goal with this type of writing is to ask this: how is the author using the text, stylistic devices, their choices to convey a claim? And your claim in your writing is going to be about the text, proving something about the text. So you're probably going to have the author plus a device plus a thematic message, hopefully. Shakespeare uses symbolism to convey that following one's ambition can cause destruction. That's just an example. Then, in this type of writing, you are going to use the paragraph structure measle. So you can use your claim, evidence, context, and quote, zoom in, analyze diction, analysis, connect quote to claim, and then your link. This is my very, very handy dandy structure that I highly recommend. So that is the basic flow of analytical writing. It's always going to be about fiction or literature. Next, let's move on to argumentative or persuasive writing and see how this differs. So, argumentative and persuasive writing. Now, the purpose of argumentative and persuasive writing is to persuade, to use rhetoric or the art of persuasion to persuade an audience. So we need to ask ourselves, are we rhetorically analyzing a text or proving an opinion? So if we are rhetorically analyzing a text, then we're going to be engaging in rhetorical analysis. And this is going to be about nonfiction texts, all different kinds of advertisements, news articles, nonfiction essays. Then you're going to have your rhetorical analysis and look at how the author is using rhetorical techniques to support their claim. Your claim is going to be about how an author is using rhetoric to persuade. And you can still use this type of paragraph structure. Next, if you are not rhetorically analyzing a text, then you would be exploring a question or proving an opinion. So this is going to be classic persuasive writing. And you are going to be using reputable sources from news media, journals, or other publications as textual support to your claim. Your claim is going to be about an idea or issue, and you're going to be proving that. For example, if your teacher gives you an essay about AI usage, and you have to prove one side or the other, should we continue using AI? Should we not? What are the implications, etc.? Or any other kinds of nuanced arguments as well. So this is a good paragraph structure that I have adapted from measle to include a counterargument and rebuttal. So instead of zooming in, you're going to use a counterargument. You start with your claim for the paragraph, then you'd go to your evidence, context, and quote, giving maybe where the quote is from, etc. Then provide commentary and counterargument, and then provide a rebuttal. So you could use evidence in either one of these or both, one to support the other side, one to support your side. Then, if necessary, you can add more analysis to further connect with your audience and persuade them. and add a final link to your claim. So that is an overview of kind of like the two branches of argumentative or persuasive writing. Are you writing about rhetoric, or are you using rhetoric yourself? Both of these are tested on AP Lang. Lastly, narrative writing. Narrative writing is writing that tells a descriptive, engaging, and meaningful story that has a deeper message. So often this is a personal story and maybe about one's life if it's personal narrative. This is probably going to be nonfiction since it happened, or it could be a mix of the two, like a memoir, some fictional, some non-fictional. Or more for students' purposes, it might be a personal statement or a narrative essay. The last type of narrative writing kind of brings us back to analytical, which is the actual fictional piece of writing that you might be analyzing, but this time you would be writing it. So you would be writing a poem, you would be writing a short story, you would be writing a novel. This can be a short or long piece of fictional writing that tells a story, but it wouldn't necessarily be about your personal experience. So that is an overview of my flow chart going over analytical, argumentative, and narrative writing. Thanks for watching. Leave any questions or comments you have below.